swear or affirm that testimony you're about to give shall be the truth and nothing but the truth, as you shall answer the pains and penalty of perjury? If so, please say I do.
I do.
Thank you. The floor is yours.
Dear City Council members, thank you so much for the opportunity to share tonight. Can y'all hear me with my mask on, or do I need to take it off? On behalf of the Bread organization, I would like to voice our support for the zoning variance on file, number 1335-2022, to be granted to 458 East Whittier Street. This zoning variance is a perfect example of what Bread has been hoping to see in Columbus: reduced parking requirements, increasing density, waiving vision clearance and other cosmetic regulations, and all for the purpose of putting in an additional unit of housing, two units. We could use tools like this to incentivize new affordable housing construction and streamline the process for developers and mom and pops alike who agree to set aside units, stay at or below market rate, or just in general increase our density. In fact, non-monetary tools like zoning have been part of Bread's plan and request to the City Council from the beginning. We beg the council members, especially Councilmember Favor, to please meet with us. We really want to be an ally in this housing crunch. Councilmember Favor, at our Nehemiah action 2 weeks ago, we were calling for you to meet with us by July 1st. We still would love that discussion to take place by July 1st and respectfully request that you check your calendar. And to the City Council at large, safe, decent, affordable housing is the linchpin for our whole community. We therefore request the city to put into action long-term solutions that help build more affordable housing through tools like zoning changes, so that individuals trying to add additional units don't have to go through a cumbersome process where they may need to consult with a lawyer and yada, yada, yada. The feds think that Columbus is doing a great job. In reality, I believe that we're kicking the can down the road, and we will be left behind if we don't invest in long-term solutions now. HUD has a lot of funding available for new construction. We may be leaving that on the table if we don't make the adjustments to zoning that will actually assist developers, small homeowners, and etc. to build here. We also may be leaving money on the table if we continue to focus our money and our time and our American Rescue Plan dollars on rental assistance and social service programming without actually developing new affordable housing stock. There are funds for preservation, repair, rehabilitation, and construction. We can have all the social services. Lastly, I speak from personal experience throughout this pandemic as a social worker who works with people being put out onto the street every day. We can have all the social services that we want, all the education, all the case management and empowerment programs, but it really doesn't help if people are having to live in shelters and tents and their cars. Without safe, decent, affordable housing, the services will have minimal impact. Our crime rates will continue to rise, and our ARP dollars will have been spent inefficiently. Thank you again very much, and please do approve this. I'm excited for that looks like a very nice neighborhood, and I'm excited for people to get to live there. Thank you so much on behalf of the Bread organization.
Thank you, Ms. Holscatter. I appreciate you being here tonight. I do want to say, we know that the way that the zoning code is currently constructed does create those cumbersome processes that makes it difficult for increased density. I think you have my commitment as the zoning chair. I know Council President Harden is committed to this, and the mayor as well. So that reform effort that was currently underway, so we did sort of the initial assessment. We passed contracts several weeks ago to sort of start the process to actually look at changes to the code itself. We also passed a contract with Rama Consulting for the public-facing engagement, because we want the people of the city to be engaged in this process, because we know that a topic like land use can be very controversial, but we know we have to tackle it because of the growing need for the housing, and we know that zoning rules and regulations have a lot to do with how much housing is going to be created in our city. So I appreciate being here, and this is certainly very, very top of mind for us. Do my council colleagues have any questions or comments? Seeing none, I move to accept the entire staff report into evidence as an exhibit.
Bankston, Barossa, Di Padilla, Brown, Dorrance, Favor, President Harden.
Next, I move to adopt